looks like Sky Striker is finally starting to make its movements. 33.8% of you guys have not smashed the crap out of that subscribe and smash it so we can get to 100K. We have the Rocky Mountain breakdown for the standard event. We've seen so many of these come and go, and I'm really glad to see that they have found so much success with this. 200 and I believe, what was it, 96 players, very short of 300 duels coming together IRL for one of the biggest top 16s that we've seen to date. So the breakdown for this event goes as follows. 5 Sword Soul. You guys remember when people said that Sword Soul wouldn't be one of the better metagame decks? Sword Soul ended up taking down this event, securing first and second place heats here. And when we take a look at the deck list here, we'll kind of see that. We had 4 Drytron decks in Top Cut and 4 Tri-Brigade. Now, interesting enough with this is Tri-Brigade and Drytron were tied for second highest deck in Top Cut. I think which kind of goes to show here that these two decks are still pretty much competing with each other to make sure that, oh, I'm the top dog. No, I'm the top dog. So that's kind of interesting. And then for Rogue, Virtual World? Virtual World, bro? Where'd you go? We had 2 Sky Striker decks. Making it all the way to top 4 was the legendary Andre Torres. All right, we'll take a look at what they were doing here in a second, but I think that that's freaking fantastic. Now, you could see the power of that deck as well. And then we had 1 Dinosaur deck actually taking down in Top Cut as well. I haven't seen dinosaurs in so long that I honestly thought that they were starting to be extinct at this point. Puns aside. Puns aside. All right, we're going to pass on everyone to take a look at all of the deck list for this event, shall we? All right, the first place deck out of this event was Walter JULE playing the famous, it's Sword Soul, he's done. I see we have the Protoss in the main deck here. I see that we have a little bit more of a standard extended out trap lineup here, playing 43 cards in the main deck. Of course, Tenyi looks like it's become the more popularized variant here in the States, and I see that we also have everybody's favorite Dark Ruler No Mores and Mystic Minds in the side deck to counteract the metagame. So, no surprise to me why this deck ended up winning. Alright, next up here in second place, we also have MARC Saint Romain, that's a name I haven't seen in a little while, playing same thing, Tenyi Sword Soul, 41 cards. We have the Chalices built into the main deck here. We have the Vessels. I see 1 Monster Reborn for the in-house archetype. Outside of that, 1 Veiler in the main deck. No Ash Blossoms. Ash Blossoms impact kind of feels like it's gone to the wayside a little bit this format. Outside of that, yeah, Protoss in the main deck yet again. All right, next up here for third place, we have Andres Torres playing Sky Striker. Now, Fusion Destiny in this deck, we kind of started seeing this make laps. What was it last week? I didn't get the chance to cover one of the more localized events that happened, but there were 3 Sky Striker decks in Top Cut for that event. And finally seeing that Sky Striker gets a chance to come out of the woodwork here and show the player base that they can do something. It's pretty good. Congratulations to Andre for actually shaking up the metagame a little bit in that regard. All right, next up here, we had top 4 Drytron as well here. I see that we have Big Herald in this build. I see we're playing 1 Fusion Destiny. And we're playing Plasma in this build, actually. So it looks like instead of going down like Dash or shenanigans here, it looks like they're exploring the fact that they could possibly take advantage of Plasma to tribute off a whole bunch of Drytrons and kind of stall out the opponent. It's actually kind of cool. I know Gage mentioned something about Plasma to me in Sky Striker instead of Dasher, but okay. Top 8. We actually have our first Lyricalisk Tri-Brigade deck, extending out the bird package here so you can make those little bit more intimidating boards. You know, F-Zero is a heck of a card. We have those main deck Featherstorms, so whatever the opponent tries to do to you, you're like, no, 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 no. Building a whole board just to be able to punish the opponent right back feels crazy powerful, and it's low investment, actually. All right, 1 Wing Beast is all you need. All right, next up here is Sword Soul. This is Matthew Marvez paying the, I would say, a little bit more standardized version of this. I see that we have crossover designators built into the deck. IO Solemn Judgments in here as well. Okay, Called by the Grave. This would be, yeah, we've kind of taken a step back from more of the, wow, we're not even playing Vishuddha in this deck. Really, we made room for Solemn Judgments instead. Huh, okay. Next up here is another Lyricalist Tri-Brigade deck. This build is opted to not main deck the Feather Storms. So we've kind of traded off some of that like blowout advantage here. See that we have one Dark Ruler no more built into the main deck for this. That's very interesting. I see that we have Heartbeast Feather Duster as well in the main deck. Wow, this duelist just chose to have all the good power 1-ofs present in case something, I guess, kind of went downhill for them. But okay, I think that kind of goes to show that like little tech choices kind of make all the difference here. Next up, we also have more Drytron. I see that this build is also doing the same thing that the previous one did here. We're taking advantage of Plasma here, so that, I mean, Dasher doesn't really do anything for us. I see that we have double Dark World No More, one Mystic Mine built in the main deck, and then we have Spell Canceller down there in the side deck as well. That's kind of cute, actually. Okay, nothing else screams too crazy about this list, but innovation is still innovation at the end of the day. Next up, top 16 here, Brian Kalina's Sky Strike. So we had, yep, the second Sky Strike list, playing Prosperities here, still playing the Fusion Destinies. We have double Mystic Mine in here to detour anything that the opponent thinks that they're going to get the chance to play. Outside of this, this deck looks pretty good. See that we also have this Sanctum package in here as well with the Scythe, and we have, there can only be ones in here so that the opponent's not going to get the chance to have any fun. Okay, sure, man. Whatever works. Next up here is Chris LeBlanc. That's another name I haven't seen in a while, actually. Another Drytron list. I see that this build is playing the Dasher instead of the Celestial. Interesting trade-off there. We're playing the Big Herald here as well. Triple Fusion Destiny. I see that Dragoon has just kind of been axed from this deck for the general progress of things here. So, okay. Double Herald as well. Yeah, nothing else feels too weird about this. Denko Sekka's in the side deck as well for the blowout. Next up here, we have Dinosaurs. Elijah Barfoth's top... Oh, it's Scrap Dino too. Okay, so we're playing just 2 Scrap Raptor. Okay. See, we're playing Listogasm for the extra deck ripping. And I see that we're playing frickin' Solemn Scolding. Wow, I have not seen that in a very long time. Judgments and Orders being like your only relevant backer. I see we also have like double Small World built into this deck as well for tutability. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Next up here we have another Drytron list. This one has opted to not play Dragoon or Destroy Phoenix Enforcer at all, actually. So I guess that'll patch some of our bricks per se. I see that we've got double Talents, double Prosperity in here for filtering options, and comebacks, double Herald of Orange Light. Yeah, nothing else. Is that the Zombie World package in the side deck? Yeah, it is. All right, well that's cool. Next up here, Justin Sin's Extended Bird Tri-Brigade deck. I see that we have the one Oath in here. Man, Oath, if you can accomplish the requirements for that, it's free GG easy for your matchups. See, we have the Feather Storms down here in the side deck as well. Outside of that, we're maining the Gammas in this particular build, and Apex Avion is present as well, as it should be. Outside of that, I don't see anything else that sticks too crazily out to me at this point. Next up here, we have Landon Oliver's 10 Yi Sword Soul list. I see that we are playing the spell card in between Desires and Droplets. What is that? It's the one that lets you do like destruction shenanigans. I've seen it come up in a couple lists, but I think a lot of people kind of backed off from it a little bit. Protos is in the side deck as well. I guess main decking the Protos just might be the best call that I've seen this format. Alright, next up here, we have another Tri-Brigade list. This one is maining the Mystic Mines. I see that Oath is also in here again for a Spell and Trap negation. We have double Chalice in the main deck here. And we're maining the one copy of Crow so we could search it off of the Recital Starling plays in case we need it. Alright, more options available isn't necessarily a bad thing at the end of the day, so it's kind of something that I would pay attention to. See, the Anti-Spell is still making its rounds inside decks here. Maybe not as much, but at least for this part, it still seems relevant. And last list I have for you guys here is Tri-Brigade with a Fusion Destiny package. Ooh, double Revolt. We have Strikes here. I see that we are playing Dasher Celestial for a package. We're main decking triple Rescue Cat as well. Gamma packages inside. I see we're also side decking one Ram, and we're still playing a little bit of a Zodiac package to make full Zeus. So, yeah, that wraps up the Rocky Mountain charity event for you guys. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below what you guys think. Smash the like button, grab that subscribe button. Let's get some of this on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day with some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.